we ended up getting snapping turtle. It's not something that I'm familiar with, so we had to cook it up a little bit and see what would be the best application for it. It doesn't have a lot of fat on it, so and it is very very tough. The snapping turtle that we got. So we ended up braising it, doing a 6-hour braise, 300 degrees. This is the whole meat. This is the carrots, the pearl onions. Well, the first thing we did is when we got it, we just cooked it off really quickly to see what it might be like. And we found it to be very irony. It's almost like, to me it tasted like heart. And so I cooked it up really quickly. Funny story is, I cooked it really quickly. I saw how quickly it was tensing up. And I was like, okay, I need to try it when it's medium rare, kind of rare. And I was worried about like maybe salmonella or something. And then he's like, well, you know, reptiles have they're known for having E. coli. And I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I think maybe some psychosomatic hot flashes and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm okay. So this would be, this is the meat that's braised off after 6 hours. And then basically we just grab it. You can grab it by your hand and just shred it up.
And what was it braised in?
This was braised in red wine, like a bouquet garni, mirepoix. So onions, carrots, celery. Very basic. A little brown sugar as well.
Sounds very classically French. Is that how the French cook turtle?
I'm guessing that's how the French cook turtle. It's funny, even the Russe gastronomy that I have, I looked up turtle, and the recipe in there is for mock turtle. It's not even for real turtle. The whole point of this is to add a little bit more texture, make it crunchy, but at the same time, make it a little bit, it almost seems counterintuitive because you're making it crunchy, but you're actually adding moisture to it as well. So adding a little fat to it. Even if I am familiar with the ingredient, I will take it and try to pair it with things that it eats naturally in the wild, and so the original thing was like the snapping turtles was maybe try to pair it with langoustines and like shrimp. You know, I know they eat that. That's something that we thought would kind of take away too much from the original flavor, so we went more with like the vegetable aspects, so like cabbages and like carrots, things like that.
What kind of mushrooms are those?
These are beechwood mushrooms, and usually we would saute them off, but I think that because everything else is caramelized in here, it'll be nice having it kind of just stewed in there. This is basically like a very simple pastry dough. This is a pastry dough that we use for our mushroom toast. It's a biscuit that we make in-house. So just butter, flour, cut into it, roll it out. Well, it's kind of fun too because you know, like the turtle soup is, like I said, like in the past was like the royalty, you know, and it's like it's very like kind of stodgy, like a pot pie. You know? I'm happy with it. I think it tastes pretty good. I'm surprised. The nice thing about it is that there's a lot of depth in there, but it's not. With short ribs, you have like that unctuousness that coats your tongue. This is not as rich, so it's you have that depth of flavor, but it's cleaner, and I think that could be an interesting thing about it. Like, yeah, I think it definitely has. It makes me, when you asked me that question, would I cook with turtle again? I was like, yeah, maybe. But after eating this, I'm like, okay, yeah, definitely. It's an egg that has been fertilized and actually has an embryo inside of it. And so traditionally, from what I've heard, they'll open it up and it's hard boiled. You take a bite out of it and you'll have like the beak and the feathers and some cartilage in there, and it's supposed to be delicious.